breeze. All the sea is just a young, pretty face. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. Don't matter how much time it will take. But there's something you're trying to hide. There's something you're keeping inside. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. Don't matter how much time it will take.
Hello, Las Vegas, and happy Valentine's Day. I am Marquetta DeVille, your host of I Am That Gurl Podcast. And today I have a very special guest. Her name is Jewel. We call her the game changer around here, the change maker. Woo! Hey, Jewel. Welcome. How are you?
I am good. I'm so excited to be on I Am That Gurl Podcast, period. And yes, happy Valentine's Day to you.
Thank you. Okay. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. And thank you for joining us today. I am so excited about our interview today because we won't even get into that. Let's tell the audience who Jewel is.
Yes, so I am a change maker. My whole mission is to use media and tech to build an inclusive world. And so by day, I'm a games producer. By night, I'm founder and CEO of YouMatter Studios. We create award-winning films. We have DEI workshops, and we really just do everything we can to equip the next generation and our corporate partners to be inclusive.
Awesome. Yo, you do some of everything. I'm super excited. So one of the reasons that we have you on today, because you are one of the dynamic speakers that will be sharing with us at the Wealth Mindset Conference, Las Vegas. Yes.
I'm so excited.
Me too. What are you most excited about?
That's a hard one because I have a couple things. I think the biggest thing is I'm very excited to be surrounded around individuals that are really ready to have that mindset when it comes to positivity, when it comes to how are we maximizing our wealth, how are we maximizing our happiness, and how are we maximizing our lives? Like that's what really excites me. And then of course, sharing the stage with amazing speakers. Like I'm just really excited for the Wealth Mindset.
I'm going to be a little biased and say you're super excited because you're coming all the way across the country from Chicago, where it's probably cold. We can't even talk today because it actually snowed in Las Vegas today.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
Dang.
That was our valid. Like, I feel like I shouldn't have taken my Christmas tree down last week.
I didn't even know it snows in Vegas. Like that's kind of wild.
It normally doesn't. It's very rare. It doesn't. But I know you're used to the snow in Chicago. Yeah. And I was gonna brag about this awesome weather, and God was like, "It definitely just snowed there, girl." So I can't even act like that today. Okay, bring it back. So
now you know how it feels. Okay.
Yes, I know. It was so cold, and here I am. I'm like, oh, let me put my slides on. It's sunny. I was like, yeah, U-turn, tennis shoes, boots, something other than these open-toe sandals you thought you were gonna wear today.
With that snow, you gotta cover up. Okay, you gotta bundle up. Like
yes. So in regards to the conference, I know you're super excited to be coming to Las Vegas, and there's a lot of people excited. They're like, who is Jewel? And they just love you're so much, you're just like a life of color. Like your pictures bring so much vibe. Everybody just wants to know who you are, what you're bringing to the conference, what will you be talking about? So as we talk about the Wealth Mindset Conference and what you plan to bring to the conference, what would you say, why would you say the audience needs to get their tickets today?
I'm really speaking to all the hustlers. You know, for a majority of my career, I've balanced working a high impact, stress, technical job while building my own company. And so I had to do a lot of wealth management and budgeting. And so I want to be able to talk to folks, to be able to tell them, hey, this is how you can really build your side hustle or build your company, and how to manage your finances. But also, what really helped get me to where I'm at and why I'm able to keep going hard and really focus is because I have a strong group of individuals around me. So how are you having a wealth mindset when it comes to your lifestyle? Surrounding yourself with positive individuals, surrounding yourself with positive health habits. And so those are the things I'm going to talk about, is really setting yourself up for success in all those areas.
Amazing. I'm super excited to have you. It was when we met you in Chicago, you were a whole vibe. And I was like, thank you. So I said Chicago. I meant New Jersey. We were in New Jersey together. We were both nominated as Women to Watch in 2022. So that was an exciting title to hold over the past couple of years. So tell us a little bit more about what's really going on with you. So you're taking on speaking engagements, and what else is happening in the world of the change maker?
Yeah, so I'm so glad you asked, Marquetta. Okay. Basically, I have fully transitioned to living in my purpose. And so for people that don't know, I used to work for Microsoft for a pretty long time. I used to be a developer, and then I emerged as a technical PM at Minecraft. So I worked in the gaming space there. But then I decided to take a chance on myself and leave Microsoft and really focus. Look, I was scared. I was like, it's time. It's time. It's time to bet on me. If I can bet on anyone, I can bet on me. And so for me, that was fully transitioning into my purpose. And so for that is fully investing in my brand, like you said, speaking engagements, really investing in my own content, but also if I'm dedicating my time to continuing to produce, because I really am passionate about producing. I want to focus on our community and shifting the economics. So working with Decoy Games, a Black-owned indie game studio, which is historical because Black people represent like 2% or less in the game industry. So when it comes to studio ownership, being able to work with them to really shift the economics and establish us as leaders in the game industry, it's just really a blessing. So that is like what I'm doing now, is doing everything that is just me and my purpose.
Oh, so amazing. So you talked about the diversity in the gaming industry. And I know when we talked before, you talked about how that kind of drove your passion. So if you could just share a little bit about the diversity in the gaming, what it looks like for African Americans, and what made you so passionate to step away from the company after Microsoft, to step away from Microsoft. Like sometimes we get caught up in what somebody else has already built that we don't bet on ourselves, but you had something that really drove your passion. What was that?
Decoy Games. Yeah. So what kind of so your question is like, what really kind of drove me to make that decision? Yeah. And what makes me passionate about DEI? So honestly, I kind of want to take it back to college, because that's what inspired me to just completely dedicate to building an inclusive world. A lot of what I experienced, like the racism I experienced, was in computer science. And I had to constantly face people underestimating me because I'm a Black woman in tech, right? But I was like, how can I really shift these perspectives? And I've always been passionate about media, and I've always been passionate about tech. And so what's the intersection? Games,
right?
You know, and growing up, I always used to be a big gamer, but I remember I shifted from gaming because I got tired of not seeing characters who didn't look like me. And so I wanted to be part of the change, you know? And so I first delved into it, it was like the end of the summer of my freshman year. I had just finished my first internship at Microsoft, and I built a game called #Queen, where my little sister was the main character. And it really inspired and made a lot of folks feel seen. And so that's what inspired me to really go fully into this journey by launching my own company, YouMatter Studios, my sophomore year. And then that evolved into when I learned about Decoy Games. And this was at the time I was working at Microsoft and Xbox. And I learned about the opportunity, and I was like, look, I'm seeing people who look like me who are really doing it, who are running their own game studio. They have a lot of great projects behind them, and they're working on something really cool. How can I dedicate my gift and really invest in our community? And so that's why I made that decision. It reminded me why I got into the industry in the first place. And I'm so blessed to be a part of the team.
That is so amazing. I love your drive. I love that you stuck with it. So, funny story, when I was in high school, I was on the verge of graduating early, which I did not want to do because I actually wanted to play sports. So my options were to play sports or not play sports and graduate early. So I decided I was going to go to a trade school for computer science. But I went to school for computer science, and so funny story. When I didn't know what I was going to go to that school for, right? So I was like, oh, that class has nothing but men in there. Boys at that time. So I was like, okay, I'll take this class. So I ended up being the school body president for the trade school because I was in a class with all boys, and they're like, you need to be the student body president, right? But for 10 years after that, I was in computer programming. And it was so funny because I was normally the only African American in the IT department. Yeah. And I was always, a lot of times, the only woman in the department as well. We may get maybe one or two, but for the most part, I spent my youth from about 16 up to about 26, 27 but I wasn't thinking about I love the fact that I was the youngest. I could always say I'm the only Black person. I could always say I'm the only woman, the only Black person, and the youngest person in those departments. So I can totally relate to what you're saying. But Gen Z, is that who you are? You're Gen Z, right? You guys.
I'm Gen Z. I'm Gen Z, but I round up.
You guys are a whole movement. Like, I love it. It's like, we're not taking no. We need jobs that mean something. We need. So I totally love that about you, and I'm excited that my children and my grandchildren have somebody like you to look up to. Like, she is out here making a change. So just keep doing what you're doing. I'm excited I'm like in my mind thinking like, what else could we do in Vegas while she's here?
Look, I'm ready. Like, let me know. Like, always here. Okay. Like,
yeah, we need to definitely spotlight you because you're doing some amazing things. And that's one of the reasons we decided to bring you down to the wealth mindset. I was talking to my husband. I'm like, you remember the girl, like, she had pink hair one day and then she had braids the next.
I switched it up so much. Oh, it was a vibe.
It was, but you weren't afraid to be you in whatever setting that you came into. So as I started to follow your social media, it was just like, oh God, she is a whole vibe. So I'm excited of the change that you're making and allowing representation for other young girls who look just like us. So that is so amazing. So if we can go kind of backtrack a little bit, we talked about the conference. We talked about kind of what drove your passion to get into the gaming industry. If you could say to someone out there, let's say this, if you could say something to the younger you, what would you say?
Be you and keep going. Trust yourself. I think that's the biggest thing that I've also gotten better at is trusting myself, because I realized I've never actually steered myself wrong. I've only steered myself wrong when I didn't listen to myself. And I think especially when you're young, you keep thinking, oh, people know more than me. I should always listen to them. But we know ourselves more than we think. And I always had big dreams. Like, it's like I saw myself doing this, but I didn't know it was going to look like this. I was just like, I want to be a star. And I would tell her, like, I would tell younger Jewel, look, you are going to be a star. So keep going. Okay. It's okay if you're different from everyone. Be a superstar. Okay. You got to be extra to be extraordinary. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I love it. So amazing. So another question for you, Jewel. You talk about being a star and your dreams growing up. And so now you're like truly living out your dream. And as you know, here in Las Vegas, my husband and I own our real estate company. And our vision for our company is to help families create wealth through equity. So you're showing young women and men like there's wealth within you, right? You just have to pull it out. So if you could say at a moment in your life, what helped you continue that pivot into who you are today? Because we always start out scared at some point, right?
Yeah.
But eventually that's what takes you to the next level. You have that pivot point that's like, hey, I'm going all in. What was that for you?
That's a really good question because it like comes in waves. I think that pivot point for me is I had to look at what I was doing and my happiness, right? So like I was at a point in my life, like I had been I'm an award-winning filmmaker. So I already had accomplishments and I was continuing on this journey and I was creating like a specific thing, but I was wondering why I kept putting myself last, if that makes sense. Like I wasn't always in the front. And then I just had to think about what really is going to make me happy. And it was just kind of like a combination of an awareness. I was like, you know what, I need to step into it. But I also do need to thank the friends I have because part of it was also having honest conversations with friends. And it was like, why am I lacking confidence? Like I have no reason to. Like I should just go for it. And that's why I made that pivot. I was like, you know what, I need to trust myself. Like that's what I need to do. And ever since then, I have come back. So that's
amazing. I feel like I'm talking to such a superstar. I'm like,
okay, you look, stop.
Oh, you are so amazing and you're doing so much in the community. I see you traveling. So what do you like to do in your downtime? Like what gives you your peace of mind, your turn off? Let's even step outside of gaming because I know sometimes when we love what we do is not work, right?
Yeah.
So what do you do in your downtime?
In my downtime, I really love my hobbies. Yeah, look, yeah, you know, hobbies are a thing, right? See, that's I will admit, I'm much better with having hobbies because my hobby was my passion for the longest time. I really do enjoy the outdoors. Like, I love riding my bike, even when it's so cold in Chicago. I live like right by Soldier Field and like the museum campus, so I'm a city person, so like I get all the views of the city and I will wear my gloves and my hat and everything just to go on bike rides. So anything I can do to be outside. I also love just spending time with friends. I get energy when I'm around people. So I'm the definition of an extrovert. Okay.
Aww.
But if it's not all of that, it's traveling or Netflixing. So yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing that people think like all we do is eat, sleep as entrepreneurs, whatever we do. And I'm guilty of that because I will text somebody and be like, you know what? I know this your field of perfection. Like it's Sunday. It's Valentine's Day.
Exactly. Like you have a life beyond everything you do, but that's what allows you to continue to keep killing it.
Yeah. It is. So we're celebrating Black History Month and you are totally Black girl magic. And oh my gosh.
That's why I wear my queen earrings. Okay. I do. I was talking to a queen. I wanted to embrace.
Yes. You're like, if I can't do it with my hair, check out these neon nails.
Exactly. Right. You know, I always have to have some kind of color. Okay. So
I know. I love it. I'm the same. I love color. I said that's probably what attracted me to your energy because I'm like, oh, she colorful like me. Like I haven't had like the neon green and blue hair, but I'm this close to having pink hair. I just need my hairstylist to get it there. She's like,
okay,
couple more sessions, Marquetta. I'm like, okay, I'll wait patiently.
I'm excited. Are you thinking like bright pink or like there's a pink I had recently. If you
like
it was like
pink.
What kind?
Like a fuchsia pink.
Like a fuchsia. Okay, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes. Okay.
I'm excited about it.
Oh, I'm excited.
So we're on That Gurl Podcast with Miss Jewel, all the way from Chicago, Illinois. She is known as the Change Maker. She will be coming to Las Vegas, Nevada, April 16th for the Wealth Mindset Conference, and we are ready to take over the streets of Las Vegas with this conference. We have some dynamic speakers, Jewel being one. Do you know Marcus Carter or is it Carter? Yep, Marcus Carter. He goes by the Black Wealth Builder outside of, he's also in Chicago, Illinois.
He is? I didn't know.
Yes. He is one of our guest speakers. He'll actually be on Hot 702.5 this weekend with us.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna tune in and see if I can connect with him. I didn't know he's in Chicago.
Yes, you guys totally need to connect. Sorry, my phone or my computer is going low. But yes, he's in Chicago, so I can totally see you guys doing something else together in the near future. And then we have Dr. Anna Brown, who's the daughter of Les Brown. We're super excited for her as well. So, okay, Jewel. So we got to do this thing because I told Tasha, shout out to Vanguardian Global.
Period. Shout out to Vanguardian Global and Tasha. Love you.
Yeah. Yes, Tasha. So Brandon, who is one of our co-hosts, and my husband, who is the host of the Man Cave, decided that they were going to challenge us ladies with the conference. They're like, oh, and then they didn't even tell us about the challenge.
I was gonna say, what's the challenge? Because look, you know I'm here to win. Like, let's do this. What's
they're challenging us that they're going to have more men at the conference than us ladies. I'm like, first of all,
no, it's nope. Okay, game on.
Right.
Come now. Okay, I will be in all of your DMs. All right, it'll be worth the flight to Vegas. Come join us.
And so funny. Look, if you don't have it, don't try to be bougie. Southwest, Spirit, Frontier, everybody comes into Vegas. But we need you guys to make us look good. So wherever you are and wherever you're listening from, make sure you go to Eventbrite and get your tickets today, because now it's a battle of the sexes.
At this point, and you know what, we're gonna win. I don't know why they set up this competition when they knew they're gonna lose. Like, it's like they set themselves up. Right. Okay, it's cool. We got this. Okay.
Right. Like, my thing is, don't compete with me and not let me know I'm in a competition, though.
Yeah.
If I would not have gone back and listened to the radio show, I wouldn't have known that I was in a competition.
Because they're scared. That's why they did that. They're scared.
I think so too. Brandon just chimed in something about the men's room, but whatever. It's all about the ladies' lounge. The ladies' lounge, April 16th. You get to hear from Jewel. You get to hear from Dr. Anna Brown. We have our host, Dr. Desiree King from Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Cleveland, Ohio. I'm not even gonna mention the men's, because at this point it's all about the ladies now.
Exactly. Come on, queens. Come on, queens.
I won't do that. Oh, and let's not forget, if you don't know, Miss Alicia Taylor, she is the first lady of finances. Alicia Taylor is a guru in the world of finances. And it's not too often that we can get Alicia Taylor on a stage. So look, bring your
gotta come see her.
Yes, you have to see Alicia. Alicia is a wealth of, fun fact about Alicia. Alicia has been on Oprah. She's been in music videos. She's also rang the New York Stock Exchange bell. When I say Black Girl Magic, she is Black Girl Magic.
Wow.
And she is like one of the go-to lenders in Nevada. If Alicia Taylor cannot get your loan done, it's probably because it cannot get done. So
exactly.
Yes. So
I'm so excited.
Amazing having you on today. And I don't want to leave out today without telling the listeners how they can follow your journey, because it's amazing. You're doing some great things. Everybody needs to know how to stay in touch with you. And if you could just give that information out, that would be awesome.
Yes. First of all, thank you so much for having me on the show. Like, it's been an honor, period. So to support me, Instagram is where you'll probably see everything. So at Jewels of the Nile, JEWEL with a Z. OFTHENILE. So follow me on Instagram, and then you'll see a list of links where you can see everything. But also you should check out YouMatterStudios.com. That's my media company. Again, we produce award-winning films to really equip the world to be inclusive. So you can check out our contact here, and then also you can check out our YouTube channel too. But overall, go to my Instagram. That's where everything is. And if you want to reach out to me because you want me as a speaker, because sauce, that Insta, because all the ways to contact me are there. And again, shout out to Vanguardian Global. I'm with them on their speaker roster. And shout out to Tasha, my mentor. She is awesome, period.
Yes. Vanguardian Global is amazing. They're actually the producers of the Wealth Mindset Conference. So we are bringing it Las Vegas. Look, we talk wealth mindset. We talk generating wealth every day for the last 10 years, creating wealth through equity. Real estate is one of the fastest ways to create wealth, and is one of the most secure ways to create wealth. It's actually the only thing that you can really pass down to your children's children when it comes to assets. You can't really pass down a car, can't really pass down shoes and jewelry, but you can pass down a home. You can pass down land. So for the last 15 years here in Nevada, we've pushed out this information. And now this year with the conference, we're taking it to a whole nother level. We're bringing people from right here in our own backyards out, people we didn't even know that are going around the world teaching and speaking and talking wealth mindset that we have right here in our own backyards. And then we're going into the backyards of some other cities and bringing heavy hitters here in Las Vegas. So I'm excited. I just can't wait until April.
I'm counting down. Like, I legit have my countdown. So
awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. It has been amazing speaking with you again. I feel like I need to call you every week now because it's just
I'm down to have conversations. Like, we got so much to talk about. Okay,
right.
The surface.
Okay, awesome. Now, don't be like, Marquetta, what are you want today? But again, happy Valentine's Day. I won't keep you on. I'll just say happy Valentine's Day. We look forward to having you at the conference in April. Again, viewers, my name is Marquetta DeVille. I am your host of I Am That Gurl Podcast. Our guest today was Miss Jewel, the change maker from Chicago, Illinois. We came to you with some great information on the conference, sharing information who Jewel is. Make sure you invite somebody to go back and watch this episode and get your tickets to the Wealth Mindset Conference sponsored by DeVille Realty Group, Bonda Worship Center, as well as Vanguardian Global, and For All Family CDC. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Jewel, for being with us. And until next week, we will see you. You guys have a blessed week.